Good morning, everybody. I'd like to start by thanking Perkins Institute and MACA 200 for this inclusion of a Welcome to Country every year. I'm so honoured to be able to come back to stand with you as family and in the fight against that ugliness that touches many. One of those things that, doesn't understand a nation, just touches us because we are human beings. In the ways of we gather as many, the equality that we see today, and the fight for the loved ones that we have lost and the ones that are in the fight. Now may you be blessed and safe in your ride, and to the families that are here in the representation of life, God bless you and hold you still and strong within who we are as people. The togetherness of life that we share and the obligations that we have for each other here is one of the greatest examples here in Perth, Western Australia, in this MACA 200. And every year I see it amongst us as West Aussies, as people of this land. And I thank you for not only writing for all of our ones, but even for my father, who I have lost in that fight. So God bless. Be safe in today. Be safe in everything that you do. The smile is the greatest gift that you can give to anybody to change that hurt that is there. But the hug and the arms that you have, hold them while you can. Hold them now, because only in the times of your eyes that are open, that's the only time that you can see each other. You go away and they might not be there tomorrow. Today is the only time that we have. And don't be afraid to say I love you. Don't be afraid to say I am here with you. And you are doing that today. I am honoured to stand with you. I am honoured to bring a welcome to country, or a welcome to your ride, or a blessing to your ride, because you are travelling from the Wajok Boja into the Pinjarab lands. And so it is beautiful to see you all as many, but we as one here on the Wajok lands today. And may the energies and spirits of my grandmothers and grandfathers through this land travel with you today. And the energy that is in this land, as you travel fast, may that energy hold you and keep you safe for what you are doing. So welcome to you all, my family, and thank you for what you do here today. And may you be blessed in the things that and the people that we touch. Can I share in this little old song, the song of the Swan? We leave the Swan River and we're traveling to the Milan. So this is the double Yerrigan into the Milan, which stand in the Pinjarra Puja. Waralo bengo waralo nyongolo bele 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 naragura mudagura nayago bengo waralo bele 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 karku 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 boyo warba kilangare danarano Wawayale karo wayare nyina mangala nyina baro wayare 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 wamelo garaji yagare ngare ngare wamelo garaji wamelo gara iraya ngare wamelo gara bulgara ngare Bulgara ngare 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 ngare. That little song is of the swan. How the swan has made a family. How the swan has made a protection to keep us safe and to make those books of tomorrow stand strong, our children. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Have a safe day. Thank you for that stance and that fight that we are here together as one here today. And thank you for allowing me to come and sharing something small for something that touches us all. God bless. Yo, brother.
Thank you, Barry. It's always an honour to have you representing the Whadjuk people, but also because of your own connection to the cause and on this landmark day too. I would now like to welcome to the stage the director of the Perkins, a 12-year rider and a diamond rider, Professor Peter Liebman, AO.
Thanks, Steve, and another beautiful, beautiful morning. So, good morning, riders. Good morning, family. Good morning, friends. It's a fabulous view. We've changed the orientation today, as you'd know, from last year, and what a wonderful sight it is. It is the best day of the year, or one of the best days of the year for me. I love it, and I know that you guys do too. You're advancing our knowledge of cancer, and as we try to make this disease non-lethal, and we talk about that a lot, and that's our goal, to try and make cancer non-lethal. I would like to acknowledge the cancer survivors and those in treatment here today, and for those of you who are not familiar with this, we have a whole lot of our riders who have a yellow flag, and they're right here in front of me. They are the reason we ride. These are the people who have had or have cancer, and they're very special, and it's our tradition that they leave first on this wonderful 2-day ride. So they'll be beside you and with you, so talk to them, have a yarn to them, and hear about their story. And of course this weekend is about stories, and part of the Perkins family, and the stories are pretty amazing that we all have to tell. Now today is the first time in 12 years where we've got 2 days over 30 degrees Celsius. And that means we're all at risk for getting heat stroke and for getting dehydrated and for getting unwell. And we, and I, want all of you to get down to Mandurah and back as healthy as humanly possible. So what does that mean? Hydrate, 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 okay? There's going to be lots of opportunity for making sure that you don't get dehydrated and unwell. So please, I'm going to see you down there. I'm a 12-year rider with my wife, who's an 11-year rider. We're going to be... I don't know how we'll go, actually. To be honest with you. I'm going to be trying to hydrate as much as humanly possible, but if I can urge all of you to do the same, it'll be fantastic. So look forward to seeing you down there, and we're going to have a fantastic weekend. So back to you, Steve, and I'll come back in a moment. Thank you.
Was that hydrate? Hydrate. Thank you, Peter. We also want to acknowledge the lone bike that is suspended behind me. It represents those who can't be here today, those who have lost their cancer battle, and those we miss, our friends, our family, our colleagues, and our loved ones. One such family who has experienced too much loss to cancer is represented by 3 of the McLean sisters today: Claire, Susie and Michelle from the mighty 50-50. The 50-50 story started with a bold plan by their sister Kathy to bring together 50 riders to raise $50,000 as part of her 50th birthday year. Sadly, Kathy didn't make it to the start line as cancer cut her life short. But I know that she will well and truly be here in spirit, and alongside her for sure will be her dear friend and fellow rider, the late great Victor Hugo. 50-50 rides on in their honour. To share their story, please give a big warm welcome to Claire, Susie and Michelle.
morning, everyone. We are Claire, Susie and Michelle, part of the community team 50/50, and are all very honoured to be here today as ride ambassadors. This ride is close to our hearts because today we join you as three sisters. But once we were four. Our sister Kathy Bunce passed away from a very rare and lethal form of acute myeloid sarcoma. She was diagnosed in July 2017 and passed away on the 8th of September the same year, just 2 months before her 49th birthday. 8 awful weeks is all it took. During that 8-week period, while going through chemotherapy, she formed Team 50/50 with good friend Victor Hugo. Once Kath put her mind to anything, she would dive in 100%. So jerseys were designed and her plan for 50 riders to raise $50,000 before she turned 50 was hatched and actioned. During her treatment, Kath had the nursing team on the Charlie's ward arrange a stationary bike in the corridors, and she never stopped training for the ride, fully believing she'd join us. There she'd be outside Cancer Ward G73 on the bike between treatments. At times she felt awful, but she always carried on. Always with her gorgeous smile on her face. In Kath's mind, she was absolutely going to beat the cancer and do the ride, especially when she was told her second round of treatment had the acronym HAPPY, happy. Please keep a lookout for some of our team wearing happy socks. Kath used to give them to everyone, even before her cancer diagnosis. Passing away in the September, 1 month out from the 2017 ride, Kath never got to realise her dream. Even though she didn't get to ride with the team, her amazing friend Victor took the reins as the captain and kept the tsunami going with Rachel, Hannah, Bernie, Katrina and Michelle. Sadly, we've also since lost Victor to cancer. In that first year, the amazing group worked hard to see Kath's dream through. We had 34 registered riders and raised $137,000. Hence, there was unfinished business, not making 50 riders. After losing Victor, who had a long and dedicated history with the ride, I jumped on the bike for the first time in 2021. Team 50/50 continues and has gone from strength to strength, not only in the numbers of riders, we've well and truly exceeded 50 riders, but also funds raised with our goal for 2023 to reach $1 million in donations since the team's inception in 2017. And I'm absolutely stoked to tell you all, we've smashed that goal. Susie and I have both previously ridden as part of the team. However, this is Michelle's first year. And those that don't know Michelle, she's a little bit uncoordinated. So a word of warning, give her a wide berth out there. But that's the beauty of this ride though, it's for everyone, right? So Michelle, enough from me. Tell everybody why you've finally decided to get on the bike this year.
Thanks, Claire. Yes, I'm nervous but very excited to be here today. The team in the past, I've supported the team in the past with a little cheerleading, actually a lot of cheerleading, and some of the members have tried to convince me to ride. Then I happened to see Rachel at the pub just after she had completed the ride last year, and she told me that 2023 had the potential to be the year the team 50/50 would reach the milestone of having raised $1 million for cancer research. Having had quite a few beers and being the only one of our immediate family not to have ridden, I stupidly agreed. I don't know. In 2013, when our mum Lulu passed away from a breast cancer relapse, Kath felt the need to do something to make a difference for cancer research in the hope of preventing other people from facing the cancer diagnosis and all that goes with it. Kath was always one of those people that needed to roll up her sleeves and do something. Kath was working for Iluka Resources, who had a team in the ride to conquer cancer, as it was called back then. She signed up for the ride and trained relentlessly. I was amazed she would attempt such a ride, as prior to this, exercise was not something Kath loved to do. I gave her a bit of stick over it more than once, but when I saw her ride into Pinjarra Oval in the pouring rain on day one, I knew with her determination she would be able to get back on her bike the next day and ride the 100Ks back to Perth. It was the thought of being able to give back to others and support people through hard times that drove her. Those that knew Kath would know how compassionate and caring she was towards others. I often think of a conversation I had with Kath 2 days before she passed away. Given her short battle and her belief that she would overcome the diagnosis, I know she was grappling with the idea that this can't really be happening. She said to me, I can't really be dying. The world is too beautiful and there's still too much for me to do. Kath's sentiment is why I need to be here today, even though I am unco and contribute to carry on what Kath started.
No one wants to be given the diagnosis of cancer or that of a loved one, but all of us here have been through that one way or another. Our journey today started with Kathy planning a lunch for all 4 sisters at one of her favourite spots in Fremantle. We knew she'd been visiting a chiro for a sore hip, but were in no way prepared for what she was about to tell us. She said she'd had a series of tests and short of being confirmed, the doctors believed she had cancer. I remember her telling us if it was cancer, she'd lived an amazing life up to now and would more than likely not take the chemotherapy route, as she had witnessed what our mum had been through.
We spent the next couple of hours chatting and all managing to keep ourselves together. It wasn't until we all left that reality hit. There was a real possibility our sister had cancer, and like our mum, we could lose her too. We'd kept an upbeat manner during our conversation. However, immediately after Claire and I dropped Kathy home, I got emotional and knew in my heart that this was not going to be a good outcome.
So my response was a bit different to Claire and Michelle. For me, hearing a diagnosis of cancer doesn't automatically mean a potential death sentence. I've always had a great belief in the science, and I want the facts before we start racing ahead and thinking the worst. So I guess I was a bit more, let's not jump to conclusions. What have the doctors said and what tests are planned next? So naturally, devastation came for me much later, and it was twofold. I'd lost my sister, and my faith in science had really been rattled. I let myself be sad about the loss of my sister and angry and disappointed in science. I was really angry and disappointed. But once the emotion settled, and I know and I'm committed to, is that we're just not there yet. I've been cycling for many years, so it was a no-brainer that I got on my bike in 2017, that first year. And it was highly emotional, but one of the most fulfilling things I have ever done, and I can highly recommend it. So if any of you are here today as supporters and are thinking about it, get on the bike for next year. It really is fantastic. I rode again in 2018 and 2020 in the modified COVID ride, and I keep riding when I can because there's still so much to be done. And to do that, we need to raise funds, which is what we're all here for today. Losing our mum and our sister has been really tough, but the ride has brought so much joy by participating in the ride, connecting with others, and the many fundraising events that we do. One of the highlights of our fundraising was turning Harry and Megan's wedding into a fundraising event. It looked more like an 18th birthday party by the end, and it was a very messy all-nighter. Sorry. So for Claire, Michelle and I, today is about being here to carry on the legacy of our sister and do our bit to keep advancing research. Our hope is that cancer research can move us towards treatment with less side effects and ultimately a cure for all cancers, and as Peter said, non-lethal cancer. We're so very grateful to MACA and Perkins for this phenomenal event. We keep coming back because the support of our amazing contributors and the camaraderie of our sensational team, 50-50, thank you, and our great jerseys. Last but not least, thank you to all of you that are here today, riders, volunteers and supporters. When you are out there today and tomorrow and you're having those tough memories, and you will, just remember why you ride, that we have all come together to be part of something bigger and to beat cancer. Stay safe out there, and we look forward to seeing you back here on Sunday for a celebratory drink. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Claire, Susie and Michelle. Kathy and your dearest mum would be incredibly proud of your commitment to their legacy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage the next speaker. It's a rare privilege indeed to work with an organisation that is so committed to a culture of giving. Over the years, MACA and its staff have contributed almost $21 million to West Australian cancer research at the Perkins through this ride. They are a remarkably humble organisation that is truly not interested in accolades, just the outcomes. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome their co-founder, the chairman, and my dear friend, Jeff Baker, to the stage to say a few words. So please welcome Jeff.
Thanks, Peter. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to the Perkins once again for organising and putting this fantastic event on. MACA is proud of our long-term partnership with the Perkins and the MACA Cancer 200 ride. The ride has been a huge part of MACA culture, as Peter says, and we are honoured to be associated with the event that gives so much to those who need. A big thank you. I want to thank you all for embracing the ride. Without you people here today, as you all know, it's not possible. So thank you very, very much. It's not all about MACA, it's about everyone here today. And we, in our organisation, as I say, we're proud, but also proud to have you all along here too, supporting this event, the Harry Perkins event. Last week, MACA lost a long-term member and a friend, Doreen. After her battle with cancer, Doreen was a passionate advocate for cancer research, and to think Doreen, who rode this time last year, is not with us. That's how real it is. She was here this time last year. As we all know, time goes on so fast. I know firsthand what this disease can take away. After losing my wife, Libby, to pancreatic cancer in January 2021, this is why I am personally committed to continue to support the Perkins alongside my family and my friends. MACA's commitment to this ride is to give researchers at the Perkins the funds to fight cancer. Peter, you and your researchers will always have my backing, my support and admiration. I know the spirit of many riders we have lost to cancer over the years will be pushing you all forward today. Let's do this for them and for everyone we love and we miss. Let's keep up the good fight. Thanks very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. It's been a true honour working alongside you and MACA to make this event happen again this year. It's been a privilege, mate. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a tradition was started here in 2019 by rider, yellow flagger and previous ambassador Dawn Russell from Team Waging War on Cancer, who stood here and asked 2 questions. Please raise one hand if you have been touched by cancer, either personally or through someone you care about. Now keep that hand raised and raise the other hand if you know more than one person who has battled cancer. Now keep your hands raised if you wish, or lower them while we have a minute's silence to reflect on those people we have lost to cancer. Please be with your thoughts. Thank you. Now, before we get the ride going, I'm guessing you might want to know how much you've raised so far. I have the number in my hand, well, in fact, my pocket. As is tradition, Jeff and Peter, will you please do the honours?
You read it out. All right. So, as of this morning, you have collectively, as an incredible team, raised $8,674,649. Isn't that amazing? Already pipped last year. How good is that? Thank you so much. How are we going?
I'm right here.
Right, now look, there is an issue, and your safety is paramount, right? So you all know that. So there's an issue we've got currently with some of the traffic management in our first bit of our ride. So just bear with us. We are working incredibly hard. Yeah, we're close to being able to get going. So we apologise for the slight delay, guys. Any more?
No, I'll continue. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Jeff. Just to repeat what Peter said, safety is paramount, obviously, for us. You know what we do, you know how we do it. At the moment, there's a slight technical issue down at the Great Eastern Highway with the traffic management. We want to resolve that. We don't want you standing here for too long, so we're conscious of that. Please just take some energy, talk to one another, and I'll come back with a bit of motivational closing to get us started. Thank you.